flying, like windows flying open, lights moving, trees moving, Christmas tree, you know, just doing its own thing, lights flickering on and off, and all that stuff. And the most recent thing, when I went to burn the Ouija board in the grill outside, and then Brianna's contesting me on that, like, no, don't, and I'll regret it, and all that stuff. And then, you know, all this stuff that's going on, and then everyone's commenting about, like, the whole Ouija board, like, no, you don't do this, you don't burn it. And, you know, I'm just, when it comes to the Ouija board, I'm kind of ignorant about the whole thing. I really don't know much about it other than what Brianna tells me, what she knows. And even Brianna, she agreed with a lot of everybody, a lot of you guys out there, like, burning it was a no-no because I could be unleashing more trouble. And the comments we've been reading is we're supposed to break the board in 7 and dispose of it or give it to somebody, to gift it. And I feel like we have a second chance because of the fact that I burnt the board and it's here. And I asked Brianna numerous times, Brianna, are you pulling a prank on me? Did you buy another Ouija board? Did you put it in that room? Are you messing with me? She says no. I don't know what to think of it. I don't understand. It looks exactly the same. I would expect if she was pulling a prank on me that she would say something now, or would have said something long ago instead of dragging it out so long. Because I questioned her many times about, are you really possessed, Brianna? Are you just doing that to get a reaction out of me? Are you really possessed? And Brianna says she doesn't remember. She doesn't remember. But is that her way of saying, like, is that her way of trying to get out of telling a lie to me? You know, like, oh, I don't remember. Is it easier for her to say that than it is to say yeah or no? I don't know. And with my mixed feelings on this whole Ouija board, it's like I don't know what to believe. And because I have taken a prank very far many times where I would pull a prank on Brianna and I would just like let it ride for weeks sometimes, and then I would tell her it was a prank, and then, you know, I get the biggest reaction, and then Brianna would be like, I can't believe, you know, it'd be like she can't believe it, you know. She's like, to the point where, wow, Dad, I can't believe you actually did that, and all this time, you know. And I've done it to her before, and she has done pranks on me where they have lasted weeks. And I'm just like, okay, what about this? You know what I mean? Because I'm very skeptical about all this stuff. Windows flying, trees flying, lights flickering, moving, lights physically moving, possessions, words that come up on the Ouija board that actually relate to the situation. It's like, okay, you're moving the planchette or whatever the thing is. Are you moving it around, you know, purposely? I don't know. And I know a lot of you guys, you know, a lot of you out here, you know, you believe in the Ouija board, and I respect everyone's belief, whether you believe it or you don't. I got mixed feelings on the whole Ouija board. I don't really know if it's, you know, if it's really going to bring in some bad, dark spirits or whatever kind of spirits, or is it going to cause paranormal things. But when I see it in my own house, it's hard not to ignore that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, our history of pranking each other. Would Brianna have a way to reach out to somebody and do some kind of very elaborate prank and be able to pull off lights moving? I don't, you know, and windows opening. And if so, I would love to know how they did it without me seeing them. And Brianna, with Brianna like being possessed, that's very easy for her to just like act, right? I mean, can't she just like put on a face like she's possessed and just walk around like that? It doesn't take like 2 people to do that, right? Or 3 or 4. But she says no. And then she hints at it like, huh, like, you'll never know, Daddy. Kind of like, yeah or no. And I'm like, okay, Brianna, so were you messing with me? And she's like, well, and then she gives that like grin and she makes it, I don't know. She smiled. She had a smirk, and I was just sitting here recording that. And she was making a smirk at me, like when I was talking about it. And I said, "Okay, well then, you know, tell me right now." And then she tries to make that possessed face, and then she ends up laughing. So I don't think she can even hold that kind of face without like breaking out of character, if she's ever in some kind of character that she would be while trying to prank me. I don't know. But anyway, that's just what I've been thinking. You know, I'm just waiting, Brianna, but you just tell me now, you know, but I don't want to be like that pushy father that's like persistent. Because what if she's not? Then she's going to be annoyed by me, and then she's going to be upset that I keep asking her. And a part of me thinks maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it's somebody outside, somebody that we don't even know. Maybe somebody that knows us, but we don't know them. Because it's very, very possible when you are popular on YouTube that somebody would know you and you don't know them. I mean, what's the odds of it not being that way? And I don't know. People feed into stuff. Maybe they're feeding off of the clown videos. Maybe they're feeding off the paranormal stuff. Maybe somebody is trying to get a reaction on me. But how are they doing it and being so sneaky? I don't know. How do they? They're not in my house. My security system's hooked up. I don't see anybody coming around here. I still don't understand what's going on with the stalker thing. I haven't heard anything about that. You know, somebody left a thing on my camera. I don't know. It's like nothing happened since then. So, I don't know. We're going to start the new year. I got, you know, a lot of New Year's resolutions. I want to follow through with them. Brianna's got some New Year's resolutions. Brittany has them. Caitlin even has some, you know. And we just want to have a fresh new start. And I'm hoping that we can set some good resolutions for our channel. Like we've been talking about, like what we want to do, you know, as far as content. I want to really put out as much family content as possible. I know you guys like scary stuff, and I want to continue to do the family content that includes like us doing scary things, you know, because when we do something like that, we're creating that content because we're getting a Ouija board, right? If you grab a Ouija board or Charlie and you want something scary in your videos, it's probably going to happen, okay? It's going to happen because it seems like those things bring out that kind of stuff. And we were talking about doing these kind of videos for years, and then last year we were doing paranormal videos. We were in the house, and we were doing the Ouija board there, and Brianna and her friend was doing Ouija board, and it's like weird stuff was going on, noises, flickering lights, just lots of things. Even heard like a child talking and whispering, and Caitlin wasn't even in the house at the time. She was with her friends, and it was just very creepy, and it happened. And we think that maybe there was a little child there that died. I don't know, but that was the older house. And just a lot of strange stuff happened there. And that was part of my reason why I had to move. Besides it being so far away from civilization, it was just, you know, I couldn't get cable out there. They didn't want to drop a line because we were too far off the main grid. So between that and it's like, I was feeding off Brianna's energy, and she was like, she was afraid to even sleep in her own bedroom at night, and it's like she wanted Brittany to be in the room or somebody with her, and I was like, okay, you know what? We'll just move. You know, you're stressed out. I'm stressed out because she's stressed out. So we moved. We got a house last year, and this is the house we're in now. So this is not the old house. A lot of people think that this is our old house that got remodeled, but no, this is a new home. This is our new house. It was just built last year. It was actually finished being built last year. And this is not a remodel of the old house, because that old house is a whole different house. And that's not even here, it's further away. So that's the whole situation with that. So we're here in a new home, and weird stuff happening here with Ouija boards got me concerned, got me wondering why, because this is not an old house. And it doesn't add up. So anyway, we'll just keep on trying to put out content, you know, scary. I know you guys like scary stuff, and I want to kind of break it up where we have scary content, then we have, you know, maybe funny content, and your family challenges, maybe crazy, scary pranks and funny pranks, what have you, and see where we can go with that. And maybe each day have its own, you know, each day of the week have its own kind of video, and maybe mix it up or keep it consistent. we'll see. I mean, I can't always create something scary. I mean, there's days where we have a Ouija board and nothing happens. It's quiet. And there's days where stuff happens. But I've kind of like opted out of the Ouija board after weird stuff started happening. And Brianna's just like, she's the one that seems to be addicted to it. She keeps going at it and going at it. There's times where I would be with her doing this, and it just doesn't, nothing happens. Nothing other than me feeling like cold air, like out of nowhere. And the lights may flicker, but I mean, that could be the power, you know what I mean? It's not like it's the Ouija board. But anyway, I gotta go. I got a lot to do, and I hope you guys have an amazing new year. And another thing I wanted to say is, like, when we create content, sometimes we miss a moment. Like, something happens, we don't have the camera. Like an amazing moment or a funny moment or even maybe a scary moment, whatever kind of moment happens in our lives, we don't always have the camera on. And it used to be that way more often in the past, like years ago, because, you know, I didn't have the smartphone with the camera built in, so I had like easy access to a camera right away when something happens. So a lot of times we would recreate something that happened in our lives and put it on video for you guys to see, since we missed that opportunity when it really happened in the first place. And being able to do that for you guys is the most amazing thing. And we try to always capture the moment the first time around so that we don't have to recreate something. And most of the time we don't have to recreate it. It happens as we got the camera out. Just like when Brianna would do a bottle flip and it would land on the bottle, it would land upside down. It's like on a first shot up on the stairwell. And like, wow, you know, didn't have the camera going. So wanted that to be put on YouTube. So Brianna had to try it, and she was persistent. She was like, I'm just gonna keep trying this. I said, Dad, I wish you would have had the camera when I first did it. And after about an hour, she finally did it, and I caught it on a camera. So that was kind of our way of recreating that, you know, that moment. But even though it wasn't a first shot, but after like 100 and something shots, she got it again. But there is no way to ever replace that one time where she did it on the first shot, because that was the only chance she had. But anyway, have a great, happy new year. And post your New Year's resolution below and let us know what you're doing for New Year's or what your resolution is and all that good stuff. And also, show some love to the new video we posted on the All for Tube Kids channel. If you can, just go over there and watch it. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up and like the video. Try to get the engagement up, what it really is. The likes shows me there's a lot of engagement going on in the comments, and it just shows me that there's actual people watching it. And I'd love to know that you guys are actually watching our videos, and it's not just a number or not just a view. It's actually a person that's commenting, you know, clicking a like and sharing a video. Then we know it's actually people doing that, and it's not just some, you know, internet robot watching videos or whatever. But yeah, if you can, just do that for me, and give us some good luck with this whole thing. And other than that, I gotta go. See you later. That's it, Brianna. This whole Ouija thing, it's over.